here returning to YouTube. He's big. He's juicy. He is Big Juicy. I'm back, baby. Woo! Yo, welcome back to the Big Juicy Wrestling channel. I'm your host, ya boy, Big Juicy, aka Nate, and today, folks, we have a very, very special episode. I'm going to be giving you guys my official all-in predictions, but before I do that, please like this video and subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications so you never miss another Big Juicy Wrestling video. But without further ado, let's get on to my predictions. The men's casino gauntlet match. The winner gets a shot at the AEW World Championship. This one's a tough one. It could be multiple people, actually. It really could be multiple people. I think there's a possibility, and hear me out here, there's a possibility that this win is going to go to Mark Briscoe. I'm just saying, they've been building up Mark Briscoe very well. Very well. And I think that he's a perfect babyface to win this. I know, like, MJF's in this match. I know, like, Mystico, and it's going to be, like, Ricochet in this match and stuff. But I just think that Mark Briscoe getting this victory, I think would be perfect. And I think that also, potentially, if a returning Darby Allin, like, if Darby Allin returns, I think Darby Allin's going to win, like, absolutely. But I do think that there's a possibility if Darby Allin doesn't return, that's going to be Mark Briscoe. Just because Mark Briscoe's a great babyface. And I don't think MJF's going to win just because I think that Mystico is going to pin MJF to set up their match for potentially Forbidden Door, because I think that's the match they're going to run with at Forbidden Door. So yeah, I think that Mark Briscoe is going to win the Casino Men's Gauntlet match. And also, there could be potential returns in the Men's Casino Gauntlet match. I don't know who, though. It's tough to tell on who might return or might debut at the Men's Casino Gauntlet, because I know, like maybe like a Hiroshi Tanahashi might be in the match, or like, because he's like retiring this year, or maybe some like New Japan guys, maybe some CMLL guys. If we want like a debut, maybe like a potential debuting Bishop Dyer, aka Baron Corbin, that could be something interesting. Maybe a Donovan Dijak. I don't know. Like, there's so many people that could debut during the casino match, but I just don't know who. But again, my pick for this match is Mark Briscoe. Or if Darby Allin returns, I'm going with Darby Allin. Next up, we have the women's casino gauntlet match, and this one's even tougher, which is crazy to say. They've really made this casino match like really unpredictable. I think it's gonna be like one of like three people. I think it's either gonna be Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, or Megan Bayne. I think those three have been very well like built up. And those three will be fantastic picks to win the casino gauntlet match. Potential returns for this match or debuts, I think like an Elena Black, aka Cora, I think that's her name, right? Aka Cora Jade. I think there could be an Isla Dawn in this match. Maybe a Dakota Kai. I don't know what she's going by now, but maybe Dakota Kai's in this match. Possibilities are endless, honestly, for debuts. A lot of free agent women out there. But my pick for this match, I think it has to go to Chris Statlander. I think Chris Statlander is just the perfect option, and she deserves her time as a world champion. I think that Chris Statlander deserves a match for the world championship, and I think that Chris Statlander deserves to win the world championship, whether that be Toni Storm or whether that be Mercedes Moné. I think that Chris Statlander is just the perfect person to win this match. I know Megan Bayne is on the rise in AEW. I think that she'll potentially be a AEW Women's Champion. Same with Willow Nightingale. But I just don't think that the Casino Gauntlet match is their match to win. I think it's going to go to Statlander, and I think Statlander is going to get her moment at All In. The Ops, Powerhouse Hobbs, Samoa Joe, and Katsuyori Shibata versus the Death Riders, Gabe Kidd, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta. This match was literally just announced like a few hours ago. So I like before starting this video, I literally found out that this match was announced. This is easy. I think it's just going to go back to the Ops. I think the Ops are just going to retain this. It's going to be a great match. I think it's going to be a really fun match. All 6 of these competitors are just fantastic. I'm glad Gabe Kidd's in this match. I'm glad Gabe Kidd is at All In because I love Gabe Kidd. If you haven't watched his match against Kenny Omega or Yota Tsuji, please go watch those matches. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Yota Tsuji. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this match will be fun. I think it's just the Ops are just gonna retain though. There's not really a trios division. The trios division is kind of dead. They need more trios teams. I know there's like the new Ricochet and the Gates of Agony that could be a potential trios champion. But yeah, the trios division is kind of dead. So I think the Ops are just gonna retain, and they're gonna keep doing what the Ops do, which is wreak havoc. So yeah, the Ops are going to win this match. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Jet Speed, Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey versus the Patriarchy, Christian Cage and Nick Wayne. This match is really unpredictable. I thought it was going to be a predictable match, but they added in the Patriarchy because I thought this match was just going to be the Hurt Syndicate and Jet Speed, but adding in the Patriarchy adds a new element to this match. I am really excited for this match, and I do actually think that Jet Speed is going to be the ones to win this match, pinning one of the members of the Patriarchy, either Christian Cage or Nick Wayne. Because if the Hurt Syndicate does lose this match, they aren't getting pinned. I just don't see a world where the Hurt Syndicate gets pinned because they're just so over and such big stars in AEW right now. And the Patriarchy, one of them can get pinned to set up a potential feud between Christian Cage and Nick Wayne, something that they've been teasing for weeks, and I'm really excited to see that feud because I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really good for Nick Wayne as well because Nick Wayne has been absolutely killing it. He killed it in the Best of Super Juniors if you watched any of his matches there. And I think Jet Speed would be a fantastic tag team champions because they've been really killing it as a tag team. They've been building up their stocks. I've been really enjoying them. I really enjoy Jet Speed. I'm a big Speedball Mike Bailey fan, and Kevin Knight's really been impressing me. I got to watch his match against Will Ospreay live at Dynasty in Philly, and he absolutely impressed me in that match because I'd never really heard of him before that match. But yeah, I think that team's been incredible lately, and I think this will be a fun match. But yeah, I'm going to go with Jet Speed, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight to become your new AEW Tag Team Champions. Kyle Fletcher versus Adam Cole for the TNT Championship. This match has been like one of the better built matches on this card. Like honestly, I think the build for this, all the builds for these matches have been incredible in my opinion, but Kyle Fletcher and Adam Cole have really elevated the TNT Championship in my opinion. Because that TNT Championship was kind of dead, like after like Daniel Garcia held the belt. Because Daniel Garcia really didn't do much with that belt. Adam Cole really hasn't either, but his feud with Kyle Fletcher has really been great. This one I think is an easy prediction because I do think that Kyle Fletcher is going to win this match. He's just an up-and-coming superstar. I think he's only like 25 or something like that. And he's just elevated his entire career this year with his feuds with Will Ospreay, that insane steel cage match, one of my favorite matches of this year so far. But I think it's got to be Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher can have his moment at All In. I think it'll be a great moment for him. I think it'll be a great match for Adam Cole because Adam Cole kind of just needs revitalized a little bit because Adam Cole he hasn't felt the same. Let's just say that. But yeah, I'm really excited for this match. I think it's going to be a really fun match. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think it's going to be Kyle Fletcher winning this match. Maybe they do like a potential Proto Sheeta like breakup. Maybe Takeshita goes after the TNT Championship. I don't know. But yeah, I think Kyle Fletcher would be a perfect TNT championship, perfect TNT champion to really revitalize that belt. So my pick here is Kyle Fletcher. The Young Bucks, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson versus Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay. The EVP titles are on the line, and if Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland do not win this match, they cannot challenge for the AEW World Championship for 1 year. And like I said, if the Bucks lose this match, they will lose their EVP titles. I'm excited for this match. It's a really fun stipulation because you really don't know who's going to win this match. I know this match is already going to be incredible. It has potential of being match of the night, but having Omega and Okada on the match card really really doesn't help this match becoming match of the night. But it's still going to be a really good match. Don't get me wrong. I'm just glazing Okada and Omega. But this match is going to be incredible. I already know it. For the best wrestlers in the entire world. The Young Bucks, in my opinion, are still one of the greatest tag teams of all time. I know they get hated on a lot nowadays. Like, the hate's just forced, honestly. In my opinion, I think they're incredible. I think their character work's incredible. I think they're just these, like, absolute jerks as heels. And Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay have been a really good tag team lately. Their match with who they faced, was it Blake Christian and Lee Johnson? Was that the match? I forget. But or no, it was it Beast Mordos and Drillistico? I forget. But they had a tag team match recently, and that match was phenomenal. And they were a phenomenal tag team. So this match is going to be astronomical. I'm really excited for this match. I think that it's going to be Swerve and Ospreay because I just don't see a world where they don't challenge for the belt for a year. I just don't see that happening. And of course, it's All In, so the baby faces they have a better chance of winning. The Bucks losing their EVP titles, I think the EVP character has ran its course. I think it's time for them to move on to a different character. Maybe they can really play into this Founding Fathers character after the EVPs, because that would be incredible, because I've really been enjoying that character. But yeah, this match, regardless of who wins, is going to be absolutely amazing. It's honestly going to be a 5-star classic. Like just the star power alone in this match, it's insane. But yeah, I'm going to be going with Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay to win this match, and in the EVPs to lose their title. Nicholas and Matthew Jackson will no longer be the EVPs of AEW. Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship. I'm so hyped for this match. Like, I'm so hyped for this match. I actually like Mercedes Moné. I know, again, she gets hated on a lot, like the Young Bucks, but I think she's incredible. I think her character works incredible. I think she's a great heel, and she plays with the fans. Like, she truly plays with the fans. Because the fans, like, actually, like, don't like her, which, great heel, in my opinion. And her matches are fantastic. Just look at her match with Jamie Hayter at Double or Nothing. Incredible match. And Toni Storm is just, in my opinion, the best wrestler in the entire world, the best character in the entire world. My personal favorite women's wrestler in the entire world. So I have a little bit biased towards Toni Storm, but I think that Toni Storm is going to win this match. I think that she is a perfect person to be Mercedes Moné's first loss. And I just don't see a world where Mercedes holds the TBS and the AEW Women's Championship. I just think that she has a little bit too many belts. I mean, she already has like 6 of them, so adding a 7th one would just be insane. So yeah, I do think that Toni Storm's going to win this match. I think this match is going to be incredible. It's definitely going to be a lot of character in this match. A lot of technical ability in this match. I'm really excited. And yeah, I think Toni Storm's going to retain. I think that she'll eventually have a match with Chris Statlander, and I think Statlander will beat Toni Storm for the Women's Championship, because I think Statlander just deserves to have a run with it. And then maybe once Mercedes loses all for titles, maybe she'll then have that match with Statlander, because they did have an incredible feud later last year. And I think that then Mercedes would beat Statlander for that AEW Women's Championship. But yeah, I got Toni Storm retaining her AEW Women's Championship. Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega, winner take all for the first ever inaugural unified champion. Oh god, this match, I'm like geeking out over this match. I'm like low-key marking out over it because Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada's like 4-match stretch that they had in New Japan is like one of my, if not my favorite series of matches in pro wrestling history. Like, they're some of the best matches I ever watched. Like, their match at Wrestle Kingdom 11, I'm pretty sure it was, is genuinely like one of my favorite matches of all time. Like, it's Wrestle Kingdom 11 or 12. I'm forgetting the exact Wrestle Kingdom it was, but that match is just absolutely incredible. Like, oh my god, if you haven't watched any of Okada and Omega's matches yet, please go watch them because they're absolutely insane. Their match at Dominion 2017 was great. Their match in the G1 was fantastic. And their amazing 2 out of 3 falls match, the first ever 7-star match that Meltzer gave, insane. That went on for like an hour and 20 minutes. Their feud is just one of the best feuds of all time. And the fact that we're getting this match on US soil, the fact that we're getting this match at All In 2025, 7 years removed after their last match, it's just crazy to me. It's so insane to me that Omega and Okada are in the same company once again. I'm so excited for this match. I know it's probably not going to be as good as their other matches because their other matches are just generational. And of course, those two, they've had a lot of things happen and they're not exactly the same wrestlers as they used to be, but they're still incredible. I'm sure this match is still going to be phenomenal. Okay. I think my computer shut off. 1 second. Let me turn on my computer real quick. Because I think there we go. Cool. But again, as I was saying, it's just one of the most legendary feuds of all time. But who do I think is going to win this match? I do think that this match is going to be the match of the night because I'm just biased towards this match. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I am going to go with Kenny Omega, though. I think Kenny Omega fighting off Don Callis in the Don Callis family now that the Don Callis family is helping Okada. And I think Okada's been a fantastic heel, and I think that Kenny Omega defeating Kazuchika Okada would be a phenomenal moment at All In and winning the first ever unified championship. And finally beating Don Callis, maybe ending that feud. But yeah, this match is just going to be phenomenal. Like I'm just so excited for this match, regardless who wins. But I do think that Kenny Omega is going to win to beat Okada and to win the first ever unified championship in AEW. And finally, what I think is going to be the main event of All In 2025, Hangman Adam Page versus Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship in the Texas Death Match. Oh my God, am I excited for this match. I think this match is going to be incredible. I think this match is going to have so many shenanigans, kind of like a WrestleMania 40. It's going to be so good. There's going to be run-ins from like the Death Riders, from the Ops, from Ospreay, maybe potential Swerve Strickland helping Adam Page. There's going to be run-ins from the Bucks. It's going to be insane. Maybe a potential like Kenny Omega and Okada run-in. There's going to be so many things that happen in this match. And it's a Jon Moxley death match. It's a Hangman Adam Page death match. So there's going to be insane spots in this match. This match is going to be crazy. I do think that this is going to be the moment that Jon Moxley finally loses that AEW World Championship and we finally get that championship back on TV. And I think that Hangman Adam Page is going to become your new AEW World Champion. They've been building this match up incredibly. This match, oh my God, my computer shut off again. 1 second, because there we go. All right. But I think that this match, and I think Hangman has just been the perfect babyface. He's been doing an incredible job. His promos have been fantastic. Moxley's actually been a really good, compelling heel over this feud too. And I just think Hangman's the perfect person to beat Moxley. I think Hangman has built himself up like well enough to be the one to beat Moxley and to save AEW. And I think that this will be the death of the Death Riders. No pun intended. Because like, what else is the Death Rider? What else is the Death Riders gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't see what else they can do in AEW. And, like, I think Moxley's going to go on a long hiatus after this, like, potentially. I don't know. Maybe he'll go off, like, maybe they'll have, like, one more match. But who knows? But, yeah, I think Hangman's going to be the one to beat Moxley. I think that he's the perfect babyface to win. There's going to be insane spots in this match. I can already tell you there's going to be a lot of blood. A lot of blood. Because, I mean, it is Hangman, Adam Page, and Jon Moxley, two of, like, AEW's, like, most notorious deathmatch wrestlers. Alright. But two of AEW's most notorious deathmatch wrestlers. So it's going to be insane. Like, it's going to be insane. There's going to be runouts. It's going to be people coming in. And I think that Hangman's going to win. Confetti coming down. The entire AEW roster comes in and, like, celebrates with Hangman. And the belt's finally going to be back on TV. I'm so excited for this match. And my prediction is Hangman will become your new AEW World Champion. And that is it, folks. That is my AEW All-In 2025 predictions. Let me know what your All-In predictions are in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.